Hey girl, hey.
What's up?
Oh my gosh, why do you look so down in the dumps?
I'm just super upset.
What could even be upsetting to you? You're gonna get married.
I know.
You're engaged.
I know, and I'm going to look fabulous, but the problem is...
No problem.
No, I have a huge problem.
A problem?
Like a big prob. I literally can't find anyone to take video. I want video footage of me in this beautiful dress.
You gotta get a videographer.
I can't find one. I can't find any good ones.
Oh my gosh, haven't you heard of Logan R. Hayes?
Logan R. Hayes? Who is that?
He is only the greatest videographer. He does weddings and like short videos, and he like raps sometimes.
He's a rap guy?
Yeah, he can do it all.
Holy cow, if I wanted to like get in touch with Logan R. Hayes and maybe find out more about like what he does and maybe contact him about my wedding, how would I even do that?
OMG, do you remember his name?
Yeah, you just said it. It's Logan R. Hayes.
.com.
No way. So I just
Go
put
to
like
that.
3 W's in front of that and a dot?
Or don't even. It's not 1999 anymore. You don't have to type the www.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay, so
LoganRHayes.com.
I go to LoganRHayes.com. I don't even have to type the W's because it's like 2018.
Correct.
And then let's say that I really like his stuff. Is there any way I could get like a cool discount?
You gotta get a quote. You gotta see how much it's gonna be. Okay. Use code MUGGLE.
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 Cool. And what will that get me?
It gets you a discount on the quote. It's 10% on the quote.
Wow.
So then you can use that 10% to get a 10% more expensive dress.
You always have the best ideas.
I know what it's about, Braden.
Literally can't wait to get Logan R. Hayes to do my wedding videographer.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna do all of my videographer. It's gonna be the best. I love you.
It's gonna be so lit.
I love you.
I love you too.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hello and welcome to episode 20 of A Muggle's Perspective. I am Rogge. I'm here with Braden. We are here with Editress Jessica, and we are excited to bring chapters 1 and 2 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban to you. Braden, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How about yourself?
You're fantastic. Well, I'm good. I want to hear a little bit of a life update from you, for those of you that don't know, which is all of you? Maybe all of you? Braden got a new job since we last recorded.
I did get a new job.
So that's exciting.
Yeah. Yep.
How's that? This is what, your first week on the job, right? How's it going?
It is. It's good. I am... it's a little overwhelming right now because I have a ton to learn. But I think it's going to be good. I think I'm going to like it. So...
Can you explain it to our listeners any more easily than your last job?
Basically what I do is it's soil fertility. For any of you who have any kind of interest in agriculture, which is probably almost none of you, it's like basically making sure the dirt that you plant your crops in has good nutrient content, and if not, we help people figure out how to fix that.
I think that makes sense. You're like making prescriptions and stuff, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I understand that better than your last job.
Yeah, this one's much easier to explain to people, which has been a nice thing that I hadn't really thought about. So yeah, I've had to explain it quite a bit lately. Like anybody who asks you, hey, how are you? What's new? Like, you can't just tell them. You can't just not say you got a new job. So
right.
That's a thing, and it's easier to explain, which is nice. So
what kind of plants or crops are you helping people to grow? Like corn and soybeans?
Mainly, yeah. A little bit of wheat, a little bit of alfalfa.
Is alfalfa different from soybeans?
Yes.
Huh.
Very different.
But it's the same as barley, right? Alfalfa and barley are the same thing?
They're not the same thing.
Stop.
Are you being serious?
Those are just different names for the same thing.
No.
Straw.
No.
Straw and alfalfa are the same thing.
No.
What's straw?
Straw is like the chopped up dead plant of wheat. Like when you harvest wheat, it spits out chaff out the back of and you bale that into straw.
And that's the same as alfalfa?
No. Alfalfa is like a green, sort of leafy plant that, like, when you mow it and bale it up, then it's hay.
So alfalfa and hay are the same?
Alfalfa and hay are the same. Hay is a product of alfalfa.
Okay.
So there's your ag lesson for the day, folks.
Well, this actually is a good transition into our next ag lesson for the day. We had a caller over this last week. Someone
on the
called
howler.
in for the howler, yeah. And yeah, we have a howl. So I'm going to play that for us now. Braden doesn't know what it's about.
I have no idea, but I'm excited.
We're going to react to it, and it's going to be great.
Hey guys, this is Emily Austin, Ravenclaw representing. I am finally remembering to call in and explain to you the difference between prunes, dates, and figs, and turnips, radishes, and rutabaga, because obviously this is really important information that you need to know. So prunes are dried plums. Buy a plum in the store, it would turn into a prune if you dried it, just like a raisin, as I think you guys were theorizing. Dates and figs are both kind of Mediterranean or tropical, subtropical plants that produce fruits which you find dry in the grocery store. So you can find dried dates, you can find dried figs. Basically, fig looks kind of like a tiny pear, but it's softer, and it does get kind of shrivelly. So shrivel figs is a good name for a magical version. Dates are a little bit more oblong, and they're really, really sweet. They taste like really good if you add them to smoothies or something. Turnips are a root vegetable. They're kind of bland.
I know what a turnip is.
You gotta know how to cook them. Radishes, crunchy, red, unless you have a daikon radish, which then is crunchy and white.
Yep.
But they have a nice peppery taste to them. And then a rutabaga, I just found this out, is apparently a cross between a cabbage and a turnip originally. So I've eaten them before, but I didn't know that that's where they came from. And it's kind of like a
It should just be called a turbage.
Turnip has kind of a golden inside, and you could roast it or, eat it however you want. So anyways, keep up the good work. Thanks for letting me leave you this ridiculous howler. Take care, guys.
Okay, so lots of thoughts on this, right?
Wow. First of all, thank you, Emily, for calling in and explaining so much, literally so much.
And for calling it a howler.
Yes.
You know what it's called.
She called in and howled, which was awesome. Can we just kind of go over briefly what we've just gathered from her?
There's a lot going on here, and I don't know that it all sunk in for me, someone who's pretty unfamiliar with most vegetables.
Okay, so let's try to just pick out what we think we heard.
So
number one, a cross between a cabbage and a turnip is a rutabaga.
Yeah. Right.
I like the word rutabaga. I like that name. It's fun to say. But why didn't you just call it like a turbage?
Or a cabip.
Cabip.
I think turbage is better.
Turbage.
Okay. Turnip and cabbage. Aren't those pretty different? Aren't cabbages leafy?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I think they have similar, like, root systems, so maybe that's why they're able to... Okay, so that's a thing.
So prunes are dried plums.
Dates are good in smoothies.
Yeah, and they're oblong.
Oblong and sweet.
But besides that, like, I didn't get... I guess they're oblong, and then figs are like small pears.
She said that dates and figs are like Mediterranean, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So maybe we should talk about Harry Potter.
Yeah, thank you, Emily, for calling in.
Yeah.
We're going to get into our discussion of chapters 1 and 2 of Prisoner of Azkaban. Braden, what did you think, big picture, of these chapters? Were you excited to get back into the world of Harry Potter?
Yes. I still haven't seen the second movie, so I'm looking forward to that.
Right.
I have high hopes for this book, mainly because you have told me that many Harry Potter fans like Chamber of Secrets as their least favorite book.
Right.
And didn't you say that like Prisoner of Azkaban ranks pretty highly amongst favorites?
Yeah, it's not like everyone's consensus favorite, but
No.
it's definitely in the upper tier
Yeah.
of most lists, as opposed to Chamber. So
Yeah, so I have high hopes. I liked Chamber. I didn't think it was terribly exciting.
right.
So I'm kind of hoping this one is a little bit more, tips the scale towards exciting a little more, I guess. So
Yeah, well, I hope we can excite you. Did the first chapter didn't really do it for you though?
the first chapter, I get the point of it and where J.K. Rowling was going with it. It's just, I don't know. So I listened to these two chapters via audiobook from the lovely tones of Jim. Did you say it's Jim Dale?
Yep, Jim Dale.
Yep. So that was a cool experience because I really haven't used the audiobooks up until now, and with my commute to this new job, it gives me an opportunity to listen into that instead. And so like the first chapter, it was just kind of like by the time I got done with it, it was like I get it. Life at the Dursley sucks.
Yeah.
We knew that.
So do you see any growth from Harry, like from the beginning of Chamber to the beginning of now? Is life with the Dursleys any different? Is Harry any different? Or is it just kind of like we're rehashing and I don't want to be doing this, let's get to the good stuff?
It's a little bit of that, but I guess there is some growth. I think that it's just good for him. Like Hogwarts has been so good for him, I think, in terms of he's able to just kind of block out life with the Dursleys as much as one could, I guess. It gives him something to look forward to. The whole thing with his birthday was really cool. I did like that. I liked that of the first chapter. That was good.
It's like, it's sweet.
Yeah. It's like, it doesn't move the story any for me, but I appreciate it. So, I don't know. I think that there's growth in that he isn't so consumed with how bad life is with the Dursleys. He's just kind of like, I'm used to it. It's not forever. This is just for the summer, and then I'm back at Hogwarts, so...
Yeah, he's still got plenty to think about. He's got homework. He is corresponding with his friends, so he's not just woe is me all the time. I kind of see what you're saying.
Yeah, which is good.
So there's not a lot more in the first chapter. Do you have any thoughts on his... well, I guess we've got the phone call from Ron on page 3.
I found that pretty comical. I enjoyed that. At least an audiobook version. Jim Dale's impersonation of Ron yelling into the phone was pretty funny. I enjoyed that.
And so I'm just reading, and I'm seeing here on page 4, she uses like dashes, and it really spells out like how Ron's just yelling each word individually. Yeah. I want to talk. And so like, yeah. I mean, that's how you would do it if you were speaking into like a megaphone or something.
Yeah. I think this whole scene seems pretty comical with Ron yelling on one end, and then the other end, Uncle Vernon is just holding the phone like as far away from his face as he can and kind of yelling at it angrily. So, I guess the first chapter wasn't so bad.
Unbeef.
Yeah, it's been unbeefed.
And then there's a few gifts. Anything stand out? Well, we've got Ron going to Egypt.
Yeah. What is it that Mr. Weasley won? Like some sort of...
Just like a drawing.
Yeah. So they just like blew all of it on a trip to Egypt.
Yeah. I was thinking about that. Like, as a wizard, what are your expenses? Because traveling, like the actual traveling itself can't be that expensive.
Right.
Because you can just use flu powder for most of it or whatever. So I guess like hotel rooms and food.
Souvenirs.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. Just off the top of my head, I would put it around like $100,000. I would think. So yeah, seems like a lot of money.
I mean, I've never been to Egypt, and I know that one of their sons was there. He works for Gringotts or whatever.
Yeah, Bill does.
But if you were to ask me, and if I won this drawing, I don't think I would spend all of it. One, I wouldn't spend all of it in one place, and two, I wouldn't spend it all in Egypt.
So how do we feel about the Weasleys as money managers at this point?
Well, they've never had any money to manage, so I mean, I feel like we can't just blame them for that, you know?
So this is like a culture of poverty thing?
I guess so, yeah.
Because that is a real thing that happens, is when you have absolutely nothing, then you get some money. A lot of the times, instead of saving it or doing something like super thrifty, people will spend what money they do get on entertainment, something to kind of distract them from how bad their lives have been or whatever up to that point.
Yeah, that makes sense here.
Yeah, I would say it follows that trajectory. Ron gets a new wand, though. They do manage to save enough for that.
I was pretty excited about that. That's been kind of an ongoing beef for me.
Yeah.
So,
gotta get that new
beef
wand.
resolved.
Then Harry gets some presents. He gets a sneakoscope. Is that cool?
Can you explain to me what that is? It tells you, like, what is it? I know what it does. Apparently,
it's like a top.
Okay, and it tells you when there's someone untrustworthy in your presence?
It's usually kind of used for like an enemy, when someone that you don't want to come around is showing up or is walking towards you or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, if it's for wrongdoing, untrustworthiness, sneaking, it's supposed to just detect those kinds of things.
That's a pretty cool gift.
Yeah, I mean, you can see Harry and Ron, Hermione kind of huddled around it in the library, and then Malfoy walking up.
Yeah. I think it could come in handy later.
Which means they're probably going to leave it in their trunk.
Probably.
Do you think it works by person or by intention?
That's a good question. It's not something that is explicitly stated really in the books, how it works. Ron kind of posits that Fred and George were putting beetles in Bill's soup, so that's why it was lighting up. But we know Fred and George aren't like bad guys. They were just doing that untrustworthy thing. So I could argue it either way.
Yeah, that is a good question.
It's definitely been some discussion among the fans about that. I like Ron's signatures being slightly different on page 10.
They are slightly different. His N is ridiculous on the second one.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like all tilted over and droopy.
Looks like a Z, kind of.
Like his first signature looks really nice.
Yeah.
Like he's practiced that a few times. And the second one looks like he was scarfing down a chicken wing.
He probably was.
Yeah. Maybe more focused on the food that he was consuming.
What do you eat in Egypt? Like you eat alligator?
I have no idea.
Alligators? Why do I think that?
That was going to be my next question, is what leads you to think that alligator is a popular food in Egypt?
Are there crocodiles in the Nile? Is it just that they rhyme? Is that why I thought that?
It could be.
What animals live in the desert? Do they eat scorpions and camels?
They'd probably eat dates and figs.
Oh, you're right. But that doesn't seem like Ron's
Thanks,
style.
Emily. What is Ron's style? I feel like he's going to eat whatever's in front of him.
Pancakes. Ron, the English eat, like, heavy meat, like dark foods, breads. Ron wants, like, beef stew.
Well, I don't know. I think it's safe to say he has probably found adequate food wherever they are.
Jessica, do you have input here?
There are definitely crocodiles in the Nile.
Yes, thank you. I was right. Do they eat them?
Confirmed.
Probably.
Thank you, Editress Jessica.
I don't know if they actually eat them, but I'm pretty sure you can eat them. But I'm thinking with their tough skin, it would be probably more work than the Weasleys are, wanting to do. Unless they could just
I mean,
buy
they can-
it cooked someplace. But then how often do they go
They can
out
do
to
magic.
eat? True. Man, that sure is a
Mrs.
cop
Weasley's
out
an
for
excellent cook.
everything.
Yeah,
They can do
so
magic,
good.
done.
So good. We get a present from Hermione. Were you surprised that she did not give Harry a book?
I was surprised. Really thought that was just kind of a given, that would be what she chose to give Harry.
What did she give him?
I'm trying to remember now.
We're on page 12 here.
Oh, the broomstick servicing kit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good gift. She was like
Yeah.
considerate of what he would actually want, and not what she would want him to have.
It's a very good gift.
Yeah, Hermione, a lot of the time, she does give that off. She's thoughtful more than... She's not just a caricature of, like, prissy, smart girl. She's nuanced. You appreciate that about her.
She's complex.
Yeah. Girls.
She also has a really nice signature.
Oh, it's so much nicer than Ron's.
Yeah. You can tell that she's practiced that a few hundred times.
Yeah, I mean, everyone signed their name hundreds of times.
Right, but I
She
could
just
see,
does it with
like,
care.
I could see, yeah, like she, like, you know, meticulously practicing it.
Yeah.
How old are they again?
They're 13.
So did you guys never, like, practice your signature?
Absolutely not.
No? Braden, did you?
I did, but not because I was, like, forced to or taught to. When I was little, like real little, I was really into NASCAR. And a big thing in, like, stock car racing is, like, autographs, obviously, and, like, the way guys sign their names, because, like, they have their signature on the car above the door. And so, like, I just thought that was the coolest thing ever, that you got to put your signature all over everything, and it was, like, on T-shirts, and that was, like, your trademark. So I, like, practiced mine a lot and tried to make it look really cool, like the NASCAR drivers. That was more than you asked for, but there you go.
I mean, you still hit a certain age and you, like, practice writing it. For different reasons, probably, but still. Like, I mean, my parents were like, you're going to have a signature, and it's going to be the way you sign your name for the rest of your life, and, like, when you go to the bank, they're going to want to see your signature. So, like, I would mess around with, like, different J's and different A's and different weird things like that.
But what's hilarious is that you didn't have to practice it. You could have scribbled anything, and no one's going to question you on it.
I know, which is kind of annoying.
As someone that works at a bank, I do look at the signatures to compare them to make sure that you're the right person. So
Right, as long as it looks like something, like
as long as it's consistent.
Right, as long as it, like, I could just draw a hot dog, and as long as it looks like the same hot dog every time on the line.
Yeah.
Like, who are you to say that that's not how I sign my name?
No, I would appreciate that greatly. I would be very amused.
Yeah.
I've found out from working there that in some other cultures, like, we get a lot of Hispanic customers who will, like, have a lot of, like, kind of scribbles and, like, lines, like, crossing through their name to make it more distinctive.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
That is interesting.
We've got one more present from Hagrid. The Monster Book of Monsters. And this is just like, right, classic Hagrid.
Yeah, that didn't shock me. But apparently it's alive, because it's, like, scooting across the floor and chomps down on Harry's hand. So that should be interesting moving forward.
So does it just, like, die when a muggle comes in?
No.
No, Harry, like, strapped it shut with a belt.
Mm-hmm.
So could he get in trouble if he's, like, reading it and his cousin comes over to see him and it's, like, doing something magical?
It's not so bad because his family knows that he's a wizard, and so that's not really a breach of the International Statute of Secrecy because they already know about it. But if it was him performing magic, or if it was some other muggle that didn't know anything, then yes, he would get in trouble for letting them see it.
Huh.
So why do you think Hagrid gave him this book?
Because he's going to need to identify himself with some of these monsters that live under the school.
Hagrid's like, well, if you're going to keep going to this school and seeing monsters, you might as well get a good book for it.
Yep.
That's very practical of Hagrid.
Seems to have a knack for finding all the monsters under the school, so better give him a book so he knows what he's in for.
Yeah. Well, that'll be good. And then McGonagall wants Harry to know that he needs to get a permission slip signed. And then he gets to go to Hogsmeade. Had you even considered that Harry would go on a field trip?
No. I don't know why. I kind of look at... It's weird. Like, I know Hogwarts is a school for, like, younger children.
Mm-hmm.
But in my head, I kind of have, like, a collegiate perspective on it. Just with, like, the houses and everything.
Yeah, they're kind of like dorm rooms.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a boarding school.
Yeah. So no, field trip hadn't really crossed my head, probably because of that perspective that I sort of subconsciously have when reading this.
Mm-hmm. But are you now automatically excited for it?
Oh yeah, I think that'll be cool. So can you explain to me like what this place is, why they go there?
We'll hear more about it in the books. I mean, Hogsmeade is just the town that's close to Hogwarts. So
okay.
I don't want to go too far into it, but yeah, it is. It's like the local. It's kind of like the equivalent of a college town in the Midwest.
Okay.
Like the town in some ways exists kind of around the college and like popped up because of it, sort of thing.
Gotcha.
So that's where Hagrid would go to the bar.
Got it.
That's something. That's where the Hogshead is. Remember, you were all about the Hogshead.
Yeah. Have I already asked you this? Do they have a Hogshead at the Universal Harry Potter land?
They do.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. You could ask Hannah. She used to live there.
She did live nearby.
Didn't she work there?
She worked at Universal, not in like the Harry Potter area specifically. But
for some reason, I thought she did specifically work in the Harry Potter section.
No.
Next time. So we're on Chapter 2, Aunt Marge's Big Mistake. Page 16 if you're following along.
How about Aunt Marge is a big mistake?
So is this beefy? Like, do we want to get into this now? Or I'll just let you give me your Aunt Marge thoughts.
Aunt Marge is what I expected her to be when we learned that she is Uncle Vernon's sister, because she's basically just a female Uncle Vernon. I was baffled by how this woman can handle her alcohol.
It's like impressive, confusing.
Impressive and scary, I think. Yeah. Because this is how she's drinking at a family gathering. And I guess that leads me into sort of... I didn't really have a whole lot of beef with these two chapters, but if I had to pick a beef, it was that... I guess who invites their aunt over for like... Because she's going to be there for a few days, right?
She's there for like a week.
Who invites their aunt over for a week, and on the very first night she's there, just literally like shoving alcohol down her throat? More wine. Here, have some more brandy. Have another glass of brandy. Here, have the rest of the bottle.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like a cultural thing. I mean, drinking is maybe more commonplace at this point, like in the mid-90s in Britain. I mean, like there's some family gatherings where people will kind of let themselves go because they feel uninhibited. They're just around family. No one's going to judge them kind of thing. Have you never experienced that?
Not really.
No.
Maybe it's the easiest way to put Marge to sleep.
They just keep sedating her.
Yeah. That way, that kind of shortens the time that you have to interact with her that evening.
Didn't you imagine that she snores?
Oh, gosh. It has to, like, shake the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
a lot going on with Aunt Marge.
Charming woman.
We get some good stories from Harry's childhood interacting with Aunt Marge here on page 18. So I didn't know if you had like an Aunt Marge comparison, either in real life, like someone that you know who's kind of as awful as her, or like maybe a pop culture reference? Like when you think of Aunt Marge, is there an image that comes into your head of a real person or a character from something else?
Nothing came to mind like as I was listening. For some reason, the image though was like Mrs. Doubtfire. I kept seeing like a really mean, drunken Mrs. Doubtfire.
So it was Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Matilda?
Yes.
I'm picturing Madame Trunchbull.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's basically her. Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there.
Just like intentionally mean-spirited.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she says some horrible things in this chapter. Like just, Why would you say that to anyone?
I didn't pick out all of them, but I grabbed some of my favorite quotes. Maybe the best one being on page 23. She gives Dudley a big hug and like gives him $20 for hugging her, which is like, okay. And then looks at Harry and says, "Still here, are you?" Like he's like, I'm sorry. Like, what do you want me to say?
He literally just says yes, and then she says, "Don't you say yes in that ungrateful tone."
She's just like she's antagonistic.
Yep. Then proceeds to tell him, if it were me in this situation that Vernon and Petunia are in, I just would have given you to an orphanage.
I mean, later she compares him to a dog that she would have had drowned if it was born as runty and weak as him.
Yikes.
Yeah, yikes. Still here, are you? I like that one. And then we kind of get to the point in the rundown. Oh, I don't want to pass this up. Just give me your thoughts on St. Brutus's secure center for incurably criminal boys.
So my first thought was, I want like a crew neck sweatshirt that says that. Like that's my college team.
Yeah.
Like St. Brutus's.
Who's the mascot at St. Brutus's?
That's a good question.
Like a troll, maybe, with a club?
Yeah.
Some kind of... Yeah, goblin.
Something... I was trying to think of, like a... Maybe just like a troll in like a... Like the striped outfit, or like an orange outfit that like a inmate would wear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see like a mean dog. Like the one from The Sandlot.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Something like that. So Harry's like, I really enjoy, where are we? Page 20. When Harry's like, it'll be hard work pretending to Aunt Marge I go to St. Whatsits. It's a lot to remember. I'll have to make it sound convincing. He's just blackmailing Vernon.
Yeah, that's another area of growth, I guess, from book to book. Like, he's got so much more confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, in books 1 and 2, I think he'd have been afraid of his life to even attempt to blackmail Uncle Vernon. But I think he's kind of starting to realize, like, if I really wanted to, like, I could destroy Uncle Vernon. I would probably get expelled, but, like... Might be worth it. And I think Uncle Vernon realizes that, too.
I think this is, like, a mutually beneficial situation, though. Like, Vernon's got to realize he sprung this on him. St. Brutus is secure center for incurably criminal boys. Like, he's told him that, like, that morning. And he legitimately needs him to not mess it up.
Right.
So, yeah, this isn't just a brute force situation.
It's good strategy.
Yeah, Harry pretty much nails it. He does the thing where he just zones out when she's there.
He's gotten good at that, yeah.
Yeah.
Does he get something for blackmailing him? What was the other end?
Oh, yeah, sorry. He tells Vernon that he's only going to be good for Aunt Marge if he promises to sign his permission slip to go on the field trip.
Oh, score.
Mm-hmm. Because you have to get a guardian to sign it.
Which I would almost guarantee he wouldn't sign it either way.
Yeah. Oh, you don't think he's going to sign it?
No. Well, it doesn't matter anymore, does it?
Yeah, I mean, now that we've gotten to the end of the chapter, we kind of know how
the
whole Aunt Marge situation ends.
Yeah.
There wouldn't really have been a fitting time. If Harry had turned around after all that and been like, oh, by the way, can you just sign right here? Aunt Petunia, I just need you to sign this. Okay. He should have asked Petunia. I feel like she would have been like, she would have signed it just to get him to go away.
Yeah, that is an interesting decision on Harry's part to go to Vernon with that. But I guess maybe Petunia would have told Vernon anyways, and then you would have had to deal with both of them. So
yeah. So did you? Let's see. The first real Marge issue. Where am I looking here? Is when she crushes. Oh, it's on the bottom of page 25. She squeezes her wine glass too hard and it breaks. Did this stand out to you at all, this moment? As kind of foreshadowing?
I don't think I really thought of it as foreshadowing. I literally thought she was that brute force of a woman.
Yeah.
That she just does that regularly.
I mean, she says, I did it the other day.
And I thought it was something she was starting to get kind of drunk and just I don't know.
So she must be 2 bottles in if she's actually feeling it,
Yeah. Yeah.
But Harry basically says that it was him.
So does he do this kind of subconsciously, just accidentally out of anger, or does?
Yeah, it's just an outburst of magic, that he's trying to hold it in, but his emotion overrides that. In the middle of page 26, he describes this kind of losing control. It's sort of like what happened when he made the glass disappear and the snake got loose.
Oh,
at
yeah.
the zoo.
Yeah. I feel like that could come back to bite him.
His inability to control his emotions?
Yeah.
How so?
In the classroom with Malfoy or Snape. I feel like those two are constantly trying to say really horrible things to, Malfoy saying horrible things, but Snape's just constantly trying to put Harry in hard situations within the school, and I feel like that's going to add up over time, and
he's going to do something he regrets.
Yeah, I feel like it could be a misplaced action of anger and could get him in trouble or get Harry or Ron in trouble. So
yeah, I mean, you got to be able to control it. Got to keep a level head.
Especially on the Quidditch pitch.
Oh, true. Don't want to get banned from that.
Exactly.
So we really just have the one big event left. And is there anything that stuck out to you from the lead up? Right, so in case you don't know, Jess, Harry ends up blowing up his aunt like a balloon. She just inflates, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah, she literally just starts swelling and then just sort of gravitating from the table.
Like the blueberry girl in Willy Wonka?
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, like that. But also her limbs. And I never understood how Violet's clothes didn't pop off, they stretched with her in Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Aunt Marge talks about her buttons on her jacket pinging off and hitting the wall and stuff.
How does he explain that one to Aunt Marge?
This is just how the chapter ends.
Oh.
He blows her up and then he grabs all of his stuff and he walks out of the house. And that's where we are.
Which I don't think I've ever wanted to fist pump like I did when I read that. That he finally just packed up his stuff and was like, forget it.
Yeah, just screw this. It's not worth.
Yeah, I wish he'd have done that sooner. That's what I feel like that was one of my beefs in previous episodes. Why does he have to go back there? Who says he has to?
I was just going to ask that. I would be can I just stay with you, Ron?
Yeah, Ron or Hermione, or worst case scenario, you could stay with Hagrid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine? I feel like you'd eventually get bored. Hagrid's just drinking buckets of something every night, and you're just sitting there like, Hagrid, you want to play cards? Or
I don't know. I feel like you
build
could...
a treehouse?
I feel like you could almost view living with Hagrid for a summer as like an apprenticeship. I feel like he's probably good at like working with his hands and stuff, and you'd probably pick up some useful skills.
That's true.
He'd probably also pick up some bad habits, but
Harry just grows a beard.
Yeah. Harry comes back to Hogwarts as a 13-year-old with just a full beard.
Been there, Harry.
Absolutely.
So was there anything from the lead up to this? Like, why does Harry blow up Aunt Marge? Anything that stuck out to you from that?
She starts talking about his parents. Apparently that's kind of his trigger. I feel like he was able to just sort of tune her out until then. Once he started talking about his mom and dad, that's when the blood started to boil.
Yeah, and she just lays into him about it.
Right. Which, that's what I mean about, like, getting in trouble in the future with not being able to control emotions, because I feel like that's an angle that Voldemort's going to take.
Yeah, and I mean, we've already seen Malfoy do stuff like this. Or Snape, like, you could see them doing this exact same thing, insulting Harry's parents, calling them this and that.
Yeah, for sure, Malfoy. Because it seems like the more Harry learns about who his parents were, like, the more... I mean, because it's like, he's always loved his parents, but he never knew them. So I feel like the more he gets to know them through, like, stories and other people around Hogwarts, like, the more he loves them, I guess, for lack of a better phrase. Like, he's proud of them. Proud of them, feels closer to them, feels like he needs to protect their reputation. So I feel like that's kind of his trigger now.
And we feel like that's going to come back to bite him.
Yeah, I think it just could put him or various members of the Quad Squad in trouble.
Well, yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen too soon. I mean, Harry isn't even... We've got a ways to go before he's even reunited with the Quad Squad, you know?
Well, yeah, that's like the big question that these Chapter 2 leaves you hanging with. It's like, all right, that was awesome. He's finally out. Like, screw the Dursleys.
Yeah.
Now where do you go?
Right, that's what I was going to ask you. What's the plan now? If you put yourself in Harry's shoes, where are you going from here? You walked out. You've got an owl, for sure.
Okay, so you could have Hedwig fly some sort of message to Ron or Hermione.
Oh, that's good.
Hopefully you've got, like, some spare change. You could use, like, a payphone.
Yeah, I'm sure the Dursleys have given him a lot of allowance money.
That's true.
And who's he going to call? Dumbledore? Hey, operator, can you put me through to Hogwarts?
Call Ron. He knows how to use a phone now.
It's not like they have a phone at their house, though.
Do they not have phones on the wizarding side?
Also, Ron's in Egypt right now? No, they don't have phones, really.
That is true. Ron's in Egypt. Call Hermione.
And Hermione's in France.
Can't call Hermione. Hagrid.
He's going to send a letter to Hagrid.
You're going to have to get a hold of Hagrid. Hagrid's the one who came and got him in the first place.
Oh, that's cute. So Hagrid, same thing. Harry just sits like on a bench and waits for Hagrid to come get him.
I feel like there's got to be some sort of, I don't know, some sort of way for students to communicate with members of Hogwarts when they're on, like, summer break.
Do you remember in the first book when they went into the forest to look for that unicorn?
Yeah, vaguely.
Sure, yeah. So at that time, Hagrid said, okay, if you guys get in trouble, shoot up red sparks. And if you find the unicorn, shoot up green sparks. So I'm picturing Harry just like doesn't know what to do, and he just shoots red sparks into the air and hopes that a wizard sees it and like comes to rescue him.
It's not a bad idea. I think Hedwig's your best option. But like for now, where does he go like for the night?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there's like a shelter somewhere.
Like a homeless shelter?
Yeah. Doesn't seem like a great place for a 13-year-old boy to go, but
yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I guess so. So that's the guess.
I have a feeling Hagrid will show up in the nick of time.
That'll be good. And then he can, the summer's only like half over. When's Harry's birthday? The end of July? He's got all of August still before school starts.
Yeah. He should be fine.
Most of August, I guess, at this point. So that'll be good. We're not worried about Harry. We're not worried about him getting expelled from Hogwarts at this point.
What would he get expelled from Hogwarts for?
I mean, he just did magic in front of Muggles and outside of school and underage.
Yeah. He's not going to get expelled.
No?
He's Harry Potter.
He's Harry Potter.
He's Harry friggin' Potter.
This isn't some run-of-the-mill Longbottom.
No.
Jess, are you worried Harry's going to get expelled here?
Yeah, I think because... And I'm also worried about how Aunt Marge is going to get deflated. And maybe that's how they figure out that Harry left.
That is the bigger question, honestly. How do we deflate?
Nice.
Well,
How do we deflate?
remember when What's-His-Face got the tail? And they went to, like, the doctor? Like, how do you explain that? Hey, she just blew up. They're going to be looking for, like, some weird disease. Was she floating?
What? How do you get her to a doctor?
Oh, yeah, she's hanging in the air like she's full of helium. Yeah. I mean, in Willy Wonka, they sent Violet to, like, the juicing room.
So you just need to pop her.
Yeah. Just stab her in the
Let
gut.
some air out. So,
That'll be good.
doesn't the policing people, they're going to know that magic happened, right? And they're going to go to Harry's and they're going to find out that he's gone. Or the Dursleys, and they're going to find out that he's gone, and then they're going to go find him, and so he won't have to spend the night alone. He might be in trouble, but he won't get, abducted and killed and held for ransom or something crazy.
I can tell you that they already know that magic happened in that house because it's illegal for underage wizards to do magic, and the way they track it is they basically put a trace on like the building that person's in. So technically, if you're with a bunch of like overage wizards and you do some magic, then they're not really going to be able to tell. But they really keep an eye on Harry's house because he's Harry Potter, and they already know magic has happened. They've got to, right?
I would think they've been notified pretty much immediately.
Do you think maybe they tell Dumbledore? They're like, hey, go take care of him. Bring him in.
Maybe. Can you imagine Dumbledore walking down the street?
I just can't figure out how they don't like know the kind of home life that Harry's been living in and don't take that into consideration.
Like there should be some wizarding child protective services or something.
Yeah, there's got to be like counselors at the school or something.
It's pretty much McGonagall.
I don't know. Either way, he's out of there.
So Harry's out of there. He's not going back to the Dursleys. Hagrid's going to show up and get him. Somebody's going to have to come deflate Aunt Marge.
Or you could just let her float away.
Yeah, this is actually a really good scene in the movie, so I'm excited for you to get to that. But we've got another movie before that, so no spoilers. Yeah, I think that about wraps up chapters 1 and 2 of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Any final parting thoughts, Braden? Any beefs you didn't get out there?
No, I think I have expressed my beefs. I'm excited to see where he ends up for the rest of the summer. This could be a big summer in young Harry's life. Finally taking charge.
Yeah, Harry definitely is being more assertive.
I like that.
We can at least say that. Well, if you, like us, are interested in what happens to Harry next, be sure to tune into our next episode and be reading along with us. Next episode, we're going to be reading chapters 3 and 4 of Prisoner of Azkaban. Braden, do you have any announcements to go along with that?
So for chapters 3 and 4, we will be joined by another patron. So, Carla Gomez. Did we decide it was Gomez?
Mm-hmm. It might be like Gomez.
That's true. So Carla will be joining us. Neither one of us have ever met Carla, so this will be a really cool experience. So she'll be joining us to talk about chapters 3 and 4 of Prisoner. So be on the lookout for that. We should be recording that early next week. So
yeah, we are hoping to get on a regular recording schedule as we both are kind of ramping up our job responsibilities, we know that we need to lock down a date or we will just not record. So we need to make ourselves kind of stick to something here. Would you say that's fair?
We will do our best.
I'm not going to commit to that. So thank you for listening to another episode of A Muggle's Perspective. Please be sure to subscribe, rate, and review the show on iTunes. We do check our reviews, and we like to see those 5 stars. So it would help us a lot with climbing the charts. We want to get up there among Harry Potter podcasts. Please like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Rachel does an awesome job of posting on Instagram and then sending it over to Facebook. We would love to get comments, have conversations, argue with each other, vote on things. I thought the Muggies went really well, so we just want more of that.
Yep.
Braden, if someone wants to get in contact with us like Emily did in an audible way, how would they go about that?
They need to call in and howl. They need to call the howler.
Should we get like a wolf howling?
Yes, I really want,
for the howler?
Every time I say the word howl, I really want, or mention of the howler. Jessica, I don't know if you can make this happen with Jeremy, but like a wolf howling.
Oh, it's happening.
Yes.
Just get Hugh Jackman. Right, he's basically a wolf.
He is a wolf.
He's a Wolverine, you guys. You're killing me.
He's a Wolferine.
They're completely different families of animals.
Are they?
They are.
Anyways, if you wanted to call said howler, that number is 978-POTTER-0, 978-768-8370. If you would like to visit our website for social media, it has all of our social media and email info and links to subscribe, so that's kind of like just an archival place for everything. That is mugglespodcast.com.
Yeah, that's a good way to, if you're trying to show the show to someone, you're trying to let them know about it, they can just go to mugglespodcast.com and then anything they want can be found there.
Yes.
So I think that's a good resource for that.
Yes. I would like to shout out Erin from Small Group at church. She is a Harry Potter fan but hasn't read the books for like a really long time, so she just started listening to our podcast. And it's been cool for her because it's kind of like reignited her interest in Harry Potter. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. She felt, I was just glad that she felt listening to it was worth her time. That's all I can really ask.
Were you nervous that she was going to hate it?
Yeah, I mean, she came up to me and she was like, hey, I just want to tell you, I listened to your podcast. And like, whenever someone says that, I sort of cringe because it's like, okay, so... And she seemed to like it. So, yeah. Is there anything else we're missing? We want to thank Jeremy and Jessica.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jeremy, Jessica. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you, listeners.
Thank you. And viewers like you.
Thank you, Jackman.
Yeah, buddy.
Nice.